Oh, what is up, everyone? It's me, Mark the Monster, Don't Say the F Word podcast, and yeah, we're live. We're live on Instagram. We're gonna recap Raw, preview Dynamite, see if Joe Watch NXT. We got intro music from our boy Starks. This is my friend. You got pickle nose. Weird looking guy, right? What's up, bud? Strong silent type. It's crazy. I don't know where Joe's at. We're gonna get him in here. We're gonna get the big guy, Jeremy. Jeremy will be here. We're gonna talk about the road to WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes took out John Cena. That was crazy. Dude, what are you doing? What? Yeah, we're live. Come on, let's go.
You're already live?
Hey, that's a cool shirt.
Oh, yeah, you like that? My Saturday Night's Main Event?
What? Yeah.
Why do you have the music so loud?
Because I like this song from Starks. Stay true and remember, keep killing.
No, we're not cussing. Nobody cussing today. Where is Joe at?
Where is Joe? Got to get Joe's ass in here. See what the deal is with Joe. I don't know what's going on here. See if we can get Joe in here. Mark said we're gonna recap Raw. We're gonna preview Dynamite. Yeah, you're gonna do all that stuff. Why is that so small? I don't know. What'd you do? Is that Zoom? I did that. Dude, I don't know. Why do you gotta mess up everything I do? All right, man. Listen, it's not even that big of a deal. That is a bright light. Yeah, well, I never fixed that other light in here. We're gonna adjust that. Just adjust some stuff. Boom. There we go. See that? Now everything's good. We're live on Instagram. If you're on YouTube or Spotify, that means I uploaded this shit to YouTube or Spotify. And that's an Hey, I see Joe. That's an accomplishment. Why you always gotta cut me off? Like, we'll get Joe in here. Joe's on his way. He's handling Joe stuff. Do. There we go. Now Joe's ready to join us. There we go. What you got in your hands? Joe's got a toy. Joe, let me see. Let me see. Who is that? Who is it?
It's Grimlock, y'all. Grimlock with Wheeler. With Wheeler, you know what I'm saying?
Is that a Gundam?
More like a Transformer, but yeah.
What's better, Gundam or Transformer?
There ain't no right or wrong answer to this question.
Yeah, there's no better.
Ain't no better.
So,
I say
what's
this.
Robotech? They're all good. Everything's good.
Hey, Mark, I say this. Gundam is for you like what you want to just fighting. Just like Transformers are fighting. But mostly Gundam, they do a lot of sword battles than shooting guns. There you go.
There's guns. There's a lot of guns in Gundams. There's guns. There's beam sabers. There's a lot of shit happening. I think the key difference is Gundams are piloted. Transformers are not.
There we go. That's it.
Transformers are what they are. Like, they're robots in disguise.
in disguise. That's right.
Gundams are mobile suits. Well, I don't understand. What I'm saying is Gundams have people inside driving them. Transformers do not.
Mark, think of like a RoboCop. There you go.
Who the hell is RoboCop?
Oh damn.
Man. Well, I mean.
Okay, how about this? Terminator. Think of Terminator. Outside looking robot.
So I mean, like they're liquid metal. That's T2. That's different thing. With the rise of AI, you're going to see more Terminators walking around. And the toaster could become self-aware. It'll fight with the blender. Oh my God. I don't want to, you know how many times I've already fought with the damn toaster? I have a question for you about toasters, Joe.
Go ahead.
Why does every toaster have a setting that just burns the bread?
Okay. Here's the thing about that. Dependent on, the best bet is put on 3. If you want it like good, not too toasty, hit 3. But you want it really, really toasty, put on 5. That's the best thing to tell you.
I think that's a fair thing.
Now, if you just want, maybe like you got like a toaster strudel, Pop-Tart, whatever, just stick it right in there. But mostly you got to watch out for the Pop-Tarts because them bad boys, they'll burn fast. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there.
When you have toast, are you a toast and butter and jelly?
Do butter, toast and butter.
Yeah, I'm generally just butter. I'm not really. Sometimes I'll do jelly, but it's not. I'm not a. What does this have to do with professional wrestling? Nothing, man. Sometimes we just have a conversation about toast.
I'll just say this: butter is better with toasted bread, and jelly is good with non-toasted bread.
You know, I think that makes sense. I definitely think that makes sense.
Try it with the jelly.
Doesn't make any sense to me, Joe.
What's that?
How Cody Rhodes gave John Cena that crossroads and knocked his hair right off.
He did like the movie scene, so he didn't have the hair on. You know, had the fake hair on.
You know, I really thought they were going to have him have something covering the bald spot. That's what I thought.
Nah.
I mean, he had a hat.
Nah. Look, Cena, he doing what's right. He embracing. He getting old, so he's showing the bald spot.
We all get old.
He embracing it.
Only one man is undefeated, and that's Father Time. Mm-hmm. He gets us all. He gets everybody.
But I can't say this. If you look at roughly 2013 and 18 Cena, he was buff. Now look at him like a skinny man. Like he looks skinny now. Shoot.
You think he looks skinny?
He looks skinnier now. Well, facial wise, he looks a little skinnier.
I mean, he's a little thinner. He's a little, but I mean, he's older, man. Like, it happens.
I know, but you look at Randy Orton. He was a little bit thinner back then, but look at him now. He buff.
Well.
I'm just saying.
Well.
I'm just saying.
What do you think? And here's the thing. Randy was out and he came back. Huge. AJ was out and he came back. Jacked.
Mm-hmm.
And you know something, Joe?
Yeah.
You know what I think's going on?
Let me guess. They got some little.
I think they've been doing cold plunges.
Plunges.
I think they've been just jumping in cold water. Isn't that what that's what they all say, right?
What they all say, yeah.
Every celebrity, every athlete. How'd you get so jacked that you got bicep veins that look like garden hoses out of nowhere? Well, I've been getting up at 2 in the morning and jumping in the ice.
Oh, I do my workout plan like 5 in the morning. Get up, hit the
I
gym,
got
do my
get up
cardio.
real early is what I do, and I work. I only do my workouts between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., brother. And then I hop in the cold, and then I get out, and I get in the hot water, and then I get back in the cold, and that's why I'm jacked.
There you go, Jack. Mm-hmm.
Or everybody's on the secret sauce. I think. I don't think it's the cold plunges. So I don't think that's it. In fact, I've done some cold plunges.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting activity to do. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Scientifically, it doesn't do shit.
Oh, don't sit down.
No. I mean, it can help. It can help some with inflammation.
Okay.
But what works better for inflammation is targeted cold compresses, like an ice pack. But if you want an all over, like it's hot out and you did a crazy workout and you're hot and you want to be cool all day long, jump in a cold plunge first thing in the morning. You won't feel hot that day. You just it's like you get it to like 50 degrees. It's cold as shit. You get in there to your neck, you get your face in there, and you do like 10 minutes. Shit feels good. You feel good, and you feel nice and cool throughout the day. Scientifically, it doesn't really do shit. The benefit of it is almost nothing. Doesn't mean it's not a fun activity.
I ain't saying it. I just know I just see.
But it's not why AJ Styles got that jack. It's not why Randy Orton's back is the size of a side-by-side refrigerator.
I say this though. There's only one person who came back still the same size after being off injury for a while, and that's R-Truth. He still look the same. Same size and everything.
All right, you know who else did? Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
No one's ever going to accuse Adam Cole of being on performance-enhancing drugs. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will say this. On Collision, he did appear to be in some better shape than he has been recently.
I ain't doubting that, but Adam, I think Adam really starting to lose that little smile of his, y'all. Not in a bad way, but I think I think getting close to that time to hang up the boots to Mr. Adam Cole. Sad to say. But like I said, I could be wrong. He just looked like he's like a what do you call it? Injury prone. There you go. Injury prone.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen, but hey. Let's talk Monday Night Raw. Raw. Is war.
I'll say this. It wasn't. It was decent. I missed like the first 15 minutes of the Cody Rhodes conversation, but I saw the recap of it.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. All right. It was fun to sing along with London. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun.
I bet you did.
Are you going to tell me you didn't sing along with London? Do you do the whoa when Cody comes out?
Nah, I do like the when he get to that entrance, then like a little firework go off. There you go.
Yeah, I whoa along with Cody. I do it. I sang along with London. My question for you, Joe. Next Monday, Raw is in Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
Are they in Chicago on Friday? Or no?
I think so.
Will the first U.S. crowd compare to the European tour? Big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
Can they compare? Will they be as loud as engaged in the show and just having a good time? Or will they be a typical U.S. crowd and poo-poo all over everybody's fun?
I'm going to say
You said poo-poo. I'm aware of what I said.
Okay. I'll just say this. The people overseas, they do the entrance way better than us U.S. I'm going to throw it out there.
They aren't spoiled, man. They're not spoiled. We are spoiled here, man. You'll see people at shows just sitting on their hands, not having fun. Why are you going to Raw if you ain't gonna have fun? Traffic.
Besides traffic, yeah. Besides traffic, but I'll just say this: the overseas, just saying overseas because I don't get no country accounting wrong or anything like that. But, just throwing it out there. If you watch all the every single pay-per-view that they went at, what was it? Who did it first? I would say the first one was they did the Randy Orton. They did that first.
The AJ Styles one in France. That was the bomb.
Yeah, that one. But you can't beat the Jey Uso at Backlash. Or was that Backlash last year?
Oh, where the Fireflies came out?
Yeah.
I can't remember where that was.
I know it was in France. But you can't beat that.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they did the AJ Styles one, too. It was in France, right?
Yeah. But I would say, yeah, also, in all fairness, it would have, if I had to pick where it started from, you had to start with Fandango. His music started first. Then you got to go to Jericho with the Judas. And then after that, that's when everybody started going along. And that's when, probably Randy Orton. They sang the song Randy Orton. And that's when it started. I could be off track wrong with the songs, y'all, but I just know it started with Fandango, then Jericho with Judas, and so on and so forth.
I like the sing along with the crowd, having the crowd singing along with the entrances. It makes it special.
Mm-hmm.
With the Cody Rhodes John Cena promo, it finally escalated to physicality. But before it got there, we got John Cena being John Cena on the mic opposite of Cody Rhodes. It was a real promo exchange for the first time.
Can't be Cena in the promos, that's all I'm saying.
Did that promo on Raw finally get you more excited for Mania than you have been on this road to WrestleMania?
Not really.
No?
Not really. I could say this. As of right now, this road to WrestleMania ain't like the past 2 years. Because the past 2 years, I had a lot of debates with you going back and forth. Even that one I said that Cody would never win because he's going to follow in Daddy's footsteps, and you almost threw something. I don't remember what it was, but threw something because I said that was the story, that he would never win. Yeah, see? Ooh.
My boy Black Mass Designs put this together. Got Pixar style.
Ooh. Them animes been taking over. I'm just saying, them animes are taking over. But
so
yeah,
here's the card as it sits today, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about how we've had our debates about the cards, about what's going to happen at Mania. It's been heated. It's been feeling it. Right?
Yeah.
Here's what we're looking at. We have
triple threat main event.
We have triple threat main event, but here's probably going to see Solo versus Jake
Jacob. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, Jacob.
Naomi versus Jade.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
We got AJ versus Logan. Damian Priest versus Drew.
Mhm.
KO versus Randy. We got women's triple threat. Rhea,
Bianca.
EO, and
Io
Bianca.
Sky.
We got four-way for the IC. Dom, Finn, Penta, Braun Breaker. We got the SmackDown Women's World Championship.
Tippy time.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton versus her grandmother.
Yep.
Which it's uncanny, that joke, because that looks like that's what it could be, or at least child. I don't think their age gap is that far. I think.
Ooh.
Then we have the World Heavyweight title that is not main eventing either night.
I know.
We got Gunther versus Jey Uso. We have a triple threat main event guaranteed for night one. The Architect, Seth freaking Rollins, versus the big dog, Roman Reigns, versus the Second City Saint, everyone's favorite little bitch, CM Punk. The Cuban Gorilla live on Instagram likes the grandma joke. I will say that's not my original joke. I did see that somewhere. I do find it hilarious. Kind of spot on. No one seems to be really feeling that matchup, so at least I'm finally not alone. I think for different reasons, people may not be feeling it. I think everyone just hates Charlotte Flair. I just don't give a shit.
You know what it is? I can tell you this. If you look at Charlotte Flair, I say this. If you look at a girl who was big at one time, but then they just start losing weight and putting themselves in shape, they look old. They start looking old.
You think that's the thing with Charlotte? That's not the thing with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair looks like that because she keeps getting work done on her face. Sorry, not sorry. She looks weird.
Yeah, she look older than us. Just saying. I'm throwing out there.
I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but I'm just gonna say this. You know, since Charlotte Flair signed with WWE, I ain't seen Ric Flair's son nowhere.
What was it?
Was that messed up? That messed up?
Nah.
Maybe that was too messed. I just think Charlotte Flair's face just looks weird.
It looks weird, yeah. But
you know, I think she's had I think she's had a good amount of plastic surgery done. Which, hey, man, if it's her face, I don't care what the hell she does to it. I'm just saying, shit looks weird. Cuban Gorilla says she looked like a man.
damn.
She looked good. I'm not gonna say all that. I'm just saying it's just an odd appearance. But hey, she's happy. Hey, that's her. I don't give a shit what she looks like. I fast forward through her matches and her promos.
Okay, that's you.
Hey, it's me, man. It's just me. I'm not hating on the female athletes. I just hating on people pretending they're selling me pro wrestling. They're trying to sell me their OnlyFans. I ain't buying.
Okay, I believe it.
It ain't booked for me, man. With that, we covered what the matches are for WrestleMania. We're deep. We are on the road, Joe. We're on the road to WrestleMania.
On the road, yeah.
Is there a single match on this entire card you are excited to see? This card right here. Again, this graphic brought to you by my boy over at Black Mass Designs and his partnership with ChatGPT, because that's what everyone's using to make this shit.
Okay. I would say probably the Fatal 4-Way for the IC. Because, I like the IC title. Braun Breaker's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be funny if Dominic Mysterio wins that match and betray Finn. That'd be great.
Dom winning is my pick. I'm not
That's what
gonna
I'm saying. Dom.
retro. That's good. joining us live on Instagram.
Yeah. But mostly, I'll say it'd be cool. I think the main thing everybody want to see is this Cena turn 17. That's it. Cena 17. I'll throw it out there. That's probably the main thing.
There's some retro relax gaming for you right there. You don't get much more retro than this, guys.
Damn, I haven't seen that in years. Oh.
All right. I love these things, man.
Yeah, I ain't seen that.
It's challenging. But you hand this shit to your iPad kid, they don't know what to do.
Oh, she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. She'll figure it out like I'll give
kids today. They don't know what they don't know. They don't know how hard this shit was back in the day.
I would say it must be the one with the what was it? Like the little hoops. You had to get like the basketball. Yeah.
Had to get the basketball. You know, I would love to find a company that makes these custom and get some where the background is me, you, and Mark. we could do it Pixar style, like the Studio Ghibli stuff people are doing. We can do it. I could put that together, make that happen. I wonder if there's got to be a company that builds these things custom, right?
Google. You'll find it on Google. Just Google it.
Retro Relax Gaming. I want you to cover some of these water games. I always said I was going to do a YouTube channel where I stream me playing these, and I've never gotten around to doing it. I feel like, how many Twitch subscribers could somebody get doing this shit?
You'd be surprised. They'll probably be like, you'd be surprised on the Twitch.
Right? I'm not saying WrestleMania is going to be bad. I'm not saying that. I hope nobody comes at me thinking I'm saying that. I am going to say this. The card as presented on paper could be a really good episode of Raw. See? Retro Relax Game? I'm telling you, I think I'm onto something with doing a channel where I'm just playing these games. I love these games. I got my Switch. I got my Xboxes. I watched the Nintendo Direct today about the Switch 2. I'm on the fence about launch day. I don't know if I'm going to get it at launch. But, man, the water games are legit.
The basketball. Wait, there's the basketball, and there's another one. Can't think of it. But I remember the basketball. The main one was that basketball, and let me get them back.
Raw tried to get us super excited for Jey Uso versus Gunther by doing the most AEW spot they've done in some time.
That's true. Ooh. Hey, you better get it back or you're going to die. Hey, you're going to go to bed 2 minutes.
Retro Last Gaming says, he agrees with me about Mania and asks if it's wrong that he liked one night, made like a big card. Like, I think that the one night show got out of hand because it was so long because there was so much other stuff besides the wrestling. Doing it 2 nights is cool, but I gotta want to see what you're giving me for 2 nights. And again, I'm not saying Mania is going to be bad. I'm not saying I'm not going to watch it. I'm just saying that, Cena 17 is a big deal.
That's a big deal.
They made Gunther and Jay feel meaningless by not letting it be the main event. And all week long, or since SmackDown, I have taken some grief from people that, of course, it's going to be Roman and them as the main event. But listen, it shouldn't be. It's WrestleMania, and you have a world heavyweight champion. How is that not a main event? It's unacceptable. Nothing about that triple threat match should be a main event. It's not for anything.
But there is
because Punk wants the main event of WrestleMania, what's he done to deserve it? He's had 6 matches in WWE in 11 years. Oh, he's he's a big name. Sure he is.
I say the reason why he in the main event is because of Roman. It's because of Roman. They say 10, but technically this is going to be his 11th main event at the main event since the 2 nights last year. Just saying.
Yeah.
But if you look back, I did see. Oh, and to answer the question, the only reason why I went to 2 hours, 2 days, is because that one WrestleMania, I think it was 32, where they was at the average of 5 hours and 40-something minutes.
Yeah. So Retro Relax Gaming live on Instagram saying he 100% agrees Royal Rumble winner and World Heavyweight Champ should end night 1. Yeah. And I had someone tell me that I was completely wrong on my take that it's advertised that the Royal Rumble winner main events WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong on that? Like, I get it. They say, oh, you get a title shot. But isn't it also repeatedly marketed that you're going to main event WrestleMania? Isn't that something that just always, they always say that?
Well, the winner goes on and headline WrestleMania. Yeah, I think, and also they did that to Shinsuke too when he won it, and he wasn't even the man event.
Yeah, and I just think that, like, what's the point?
I think the point is somebody higher up says that, hey, Jay won his main event, but he's not quite the main event to close out the show. But he should close out the show. Hopefully I say hopefully by the end of the week or so they do some changes and just say, hey, they'll be going on second, but they'll still be the main event. Like the triple threat will be going second, but they'll still be the main event. And then Gunther and Jay will still headline at the last spot.
Yeah. I mean, it makes the world title feel like less.
But you know what would be really funny? Let's just say this. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, the Sunday night show. What if Cena and Cody are the first match and Roman and them are the last match because Cena has to leave early to go film another movie?
There's no way John Cena doesn't close the show. Night 2. Because let's face it, night 1 of WrestleMania, you're really not the main event of WrestleMania. You know how I know this? Because CM Punk told me so. And there's one thing I know is from all wrestling fans that CM Punk just speaks the truth.
That is true.
Yeah. Retro Relax Gaming says it kills Jay. Giving him the Rumble win is good, but not good enough to end the show. And I think that needs to be Gunther's promo. I said it on Sunday. I'm going to say it again. Gunther needs to drag Jay for the fact that they lost the main event spot to 3 old-timers. That should be the Gunther promo. Because Jay isn't good enough to main event Mania, Gunther doesn't get to. And that should be the story. And then Gunther should go into Mania and smash Jay.
You just gonna kill poor Jay. That's all. Damn, killing poor Jay. But I say that this WrestleMania, I think it's gonna be bad, just like Roman versus Undertaker at the main event. That's how bad it's gonna be. But I say this. I say the only good thing about WrestleMania is probably gonna be the set they got. I don't know what it look like, but I bet that set gonna be looking good in Vegas.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Do you think it sells out? Do you think they sell out? Like legitimately, like they're gonna say they did. I know they're gonna say that they did. Do you think they will legitimately sell out the arena?
I don't think so.
I
say this.
Are you gonna go to Vegas and try to be a seat filler?
could try, but I don't think it's gonna work out because that's like damn.
There's
Like I said,
people that are talking about book a flight to Vegas, get a hotel, wait around, probably be a seat filler because they're going to need them.
I'll do it. Shoot, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't care where I sit at. I might get it for free. Hey, I'll do it.
I ain't going to Vegas, but there's people who are planning on, or at least buying tickets after the show starts. I know that Suplex has on more than one occasion bought tickets to Mania after the show started. Gone, traveled to the city, waited, bought his tickets after the show started because the price drops drastically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want to say $300 for the ticket. Like, damn. But honestly, I wouldn't go because you got to think about this. Even though you get there, you a filler. But you got to think, this little 20-ounce pop right here, it's probably like a $10 pop right there, right on the spot, $10. And you're looking at dang 2 slices of pizza probably going to cost you $30. So, yeah, I'm probably going to do it.
Man, I don't know. They've done a lot to make WWE events not affordable.
I think they're going to.
Which is crazy because not that long ago, your sister took me on a wrestling road trip, and we attended a WWE SmackDown event in Memphis, Tennessee, where they were doing, while we already had our tickets, we were already there. While we were there, they were doing buy one ticket at $10, get 3 free. And that arena didn't sell out.
Damn. Whoop.
Tons of people there didn't give a shit about being at a wrestling event, man. That's one thing that sucked at that point in time. This is 2019, I think.
I'll say Memphis.
I had fun, but the crowd wasn't stellar. Memphis is
just lost
not my spot. I'm going to point that out. That is not my jam.
I'll say Memphis kind of lost the spot for wrestling, but I ain't dogging out Memphis, but I'm just saying Memphis, it's good, but it's not like a popular good for wrestling. It might be the home for wrestling and for many, like Jerry the King and everybody else, but yeah, it's kind of not that popular with wrestling anymore. But I could be wrong.
Man, anything else exciting happen on Raw? Retro said he went to 32 and paid $500 for nosebleed seats. So that's one thing for me, man.
Damn.
I'm not trying to drop $1,000 to barely see the event. I have to watch it on the big screen anyway. I ain't doing that. So I didn't want to go to SummerSlam. That, and I didn't want to be around 70,000 people.
I'll say the last one I went to was, well, pay-per-view wise, Fastlane. When you had Dean Amber versus Bray Wyatt. There you go. That was it.
You know, our boy Steroid Steve has a chair from that event.
Oh, for real? Oh, dang, you must have been sitting close. That's not bad.
Retro Relax, you've been to 5 Manias? I've never been to a Mania.
Damn, what you got on the sideline? What kind of hustle you doing? They paying going to 5 Manias?
I have never been to a WrestleMania. You know, there was a point in time where I really thought, man, I'd really like to go to a Mania. For me, it ain't even that big of a deal no more. Like I'm good if I never attend a WrestleMania. There's too many people, and man, there is no better seat than my living room, or laying in bed the next morning watching the replay and ignoring social media before I see what happens. I like that too.
I can say this. I almost was going to go to the one they had in Pittsburgh last year. Before that. Philly, yeah. I almost went. But, yeah.
Man.
Them tickets. Them tickets. That's all I got to say, them tickets.
I considered going to Dynasty in Philly. And then I thought to myself, do I really want to go to Philly?
ECW, you get to see.
I don't need to see the 2300 arena, man. It's like, I got contacted about, you probably get media credentials and go to Philly. I'm not trying to go to Philly.
Get Philly
I
cheesesteak.
don't want to go to Philly, man. I'm sorry. I just don't want to go to Philly.
Get good Philly cheesesteak as well. Don't forget about that now.
I can get a good Philly cheesesteak from Mr. Heroes. I can get a Philly cheesesteak from going to Aldi's and getting a pack of steak of meat and making it myself, man. I ain't gotta go to Philly.
Let's see what stood out on Raw. That was so. I would say beating up Jimmy. That was pretty decent.
It was the most AEW thing they've done on Raw in a while, man. It was such an AEW spot. And it's funny to me that, like, we had Bret Hart, because, I mean, AEW has a pay-per-view this week, so all the legends are out, the dog AEW. Bret Hart went on Ariel Helwani's show. Ariel Helwani's a bitch. They're all actors in AEW. Like, what? Like, Bret, it's pro wrestling, bro. It's pro wrestling. Don't get it twisted. You never beat anybody for any of your world titles, homie. Like, that was so silly to say. But then Gunther's spot was a John Moxley spot. He did the hammer and anvil elbow to a deeply bladed Jimmy Uso while Jay was zip-tied to the rope. They could have done that on Dynamite a week ago, and people would have drug it as a bad or where this is too violent. And Gunther licked Jimmy's blood.
That was kind of nasty right there. Now I was like, ugh, you ain't got to go that far now. Shit. But damn, you didn't have to go that far.
Did that make you more excited for Gunther and Jay? I thought it was a fun spot. I got what they were trying to do.
Yeah, but it kind of had that little. If you think back, they kind of made like that little Triple H and Randy feud when he had Triple H had handcuffed to the rope and boom, Randy did all the devilish things and like kissed his wife like. But yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like I'm not feeling WrestleMania this year. The road to WrestleMania last year was way better. Even all the matches they had going to WrestleMania, they made it look way better last year.
I said it a while back that it's crazy that WWE is like in theory super hot right now, but they're actually on the downward trajectory of everything they had going on. 2 years ago, everything was way more exciting than it is today in WWE. And it's still really good. It just was better. So for lapsed fans, what they're getting right now is kind of watered down from what it was 18 months ago.
Yeah. Last year, how they did the whole 2-night event with The Rock in it, how they made it sound so exciting, like a heel rock. And then this year it's just like,
Is The Rock not being there hurting the build to WrestleMania?
No.
What product are you more excited for today? AEW or WWE? I hate doing these comparisons. I hate doing this. I really want to stop doing this.
I'll just say this. Even though I've been fan, we've been fans for like good 30+ years. We've seen every single show, every single program. I would just say this: pay-per-view wise, I would say AEW got more pay-per-view wise better matches. TV wise, I do like a 60-40, 60-40 pay-per-view TV wise, 60-40, 60-40.
Do you think AEW is better 60% of the time?
60% of the time. I'll do 60-40,
So,
60-40.
I recently was involved in an exchange online where I said that, hey, you know what? Monthly, AEW's pay-per-views have been better than WWE's premium live events consistently for the past year. And I said, and I would argue that on a weekly basis, AEW has had better weekly shows more times than not than WWE. And someone told me I couldn't be more wrong. To which I said, do you watch AEW? And they said, absolutely not. I don't watch that trash. How in the hell could you possibly know if you don't watch it? Panther, join us live on Instagram.
Yeah. That's what I'll say this. Pay-per-view wise.
And I'm not saying WWE is a bad product. I love WWE.
I know. But
It's
if you look at it.
a damn shirt.
Ooh, yeah. But if you look at it this way, pay-per-view wise, yes, they're beating them. And I feel bad to say that if WrestleMania doesn't beat AEW pay-per-view this year, I feel bad because it's WrestleMania. It's the granddaddy of the show. It's the one pay-per-view that nobody can never beat. But I feel as though
Do you think
this year
Dynasty will be a better show?
I'll say this. I think the all in and all out will be better than WrestleMania. I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna throw it out there right now. Since all in and all out are like the WrestleMania for AEW, 2 nights. We'll say that.
Do you think
I'll just say
All In is like their mania, or do you think Double or Nothing is the AEW mania? I think it used to be Double or Nothing, and now I think All In is becoming it. But they just announced All In is going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
ooh. Yeah, I saw that. Kind of crazy, but yeah.
I don't know. In Texas, that makes it what time?
3 p.m. Okay, they're like 2 hours different.
It's Central Time, so there's like a 2-hour difference. So it's going to be what, 5 in the afternoon?
5 in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, at this point now, MJF even said that as a wrestler, it's crazy if you don't watch all the shows. For me, man, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not a certain promotion fan.
But yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm excited that All In's going to be on at 3 in the afternoon. These Monday Night Raws that run at 3 p.m. were great for me. You're going to give me a pay-per-view at 3 p.m.? Hell yeah, I'm all about it.
No, that 3 p.m. kind of hurt me, but yeah.
Oh, it's the best thing in the world for me. Shit. Watch it live. I'll be asleep by 7:30. I'm an old man.
I wouldn't doubt that.
I think we have a good pay-per-view coming up with Dynasty in Philly. Tonight on Dynamite, here's what the card looks like. What's announced? We have we do have the return of Will Ospreay. I don't know if he's going to be in a match or just on the mic. I'm thinking just a promo. We have the announcement of the brackets for the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Men's and women's, so we'll see how this is going to shape up. We have the Rated R Superstar Ledge versus Claudio Castagnoli. If you guys want that Rated R Star Ledge shirt, reach out to me. Let me know. DM us. Merch table is currently on hold. Announcement coming soon. Penelope Ford versus Timeless Tony Storm. And we have a mixed tag match. Swerve Strickland and Willow Nightingale versus John Moxley and Marina Shafir. Mixed tag matches are dumb as hell. This better not main event the show. Because this shit is stupid. Mixed tag is not intergender. So that means if Willow is tired and tags in Swerve, Swerve is not the fresh man with an advantage. He has to face Jon Moxley, which means he's facing the other fresh wrestler. So there's no point in this being a tag team match. This could be two singles matches. This shit's dumb. Stop booking it.
So what were the other three matches there were? What matches again?
Toni Storm versus Penelope Ford, Ledge versus Claudio, and Will Ospreay will be on the show. Not announced for a match.
Okay. I can tell you what's going to be the main event is going to be Penelope Ford versus Toni Storm. The opening.
I'd be pretty happy with that. It's going to go to bed early.
I'm going to say the opening is going to be Edge and Claudio's. Then 9 o'clock, you're going to see the mixed tag team.
Mixed tag match is just stupid. I hate them.
And you're going to get Will Ospreay open up the show because he always opened up first.
Yeah, Ospreay should open it up with this promo. I wonder what the next program will be for Ospreay.
Let's see.
Probably
he is going to
put him in the Owen tournament, I guess, right?
Didn't he go for the Continental Championship already?
I think so.
Okay. Oh yeah, he did. He got it from MJF. Never mind. Yeah. That's probably what's gonna be. Yeah, he's gonna be in the tournament. That's the best thing. Owen Hart tournament. Yeah, but I'm going to
without knowing the brackets.
Mm-hmm.
What would you book for the final for the men's Owen Hart tournament?
Ooh, all right, told you. I'm gonna stick with my gut feeling. Gut feeling. Jay and Hangman.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Jay White and Hangman Adam Page, right?
Yeah, that's my gut feeling saying Jay and Hangman gonna be the last two. Well, I say in the final four, them two.
Who wins?
I think Jay gonna win.
I think Jay White should win this thing. Mm-hmm. You can plug Hangman into the main event scene anytime you want to. Let Jay White win it and let him have the opportunity to get a title shot that way. I wish they'd make Jay White world champion. Whenever him and MJF were feuding, Jay White looked like $1 million for that world title, man.
But I don't know what happened. Something happened. But that's about it.
With that, Joe, I think we have some things that helped accelerate the road to WrestleMania on Raw. Quick question: did you watch NXT?
No, I saw the recap. I saw Ricky Saint is the new North champion. Ethan Page is attacked him afterwards and coming for the title.
And the crowd chanted Tony fumbled.
That too, yeah.
I was informed that at these some of these NXT shows, they coach the crowd on what to chant and when to chant it. I wonder if that's one of those situations. I'm going to disagree with the concept that Tony fumbled on Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. First of all, you have two guys who've been in the business a long time in their mid-30s feuding over a mid-card title on a developed brand. I'll put that out there. Second thing is, I just don't think those guys were ever going to be stars in AEW.
Yeah.
Ricky wasn't a major star in AEW. People got it twisted like he was. Like he had a couple good promos opposite some really top talent. He was going to work a program with Punk. That's what made him seem like a top guy. He's very overrated. No one owns a Ricky Saints shirt. He wasn't a top merch seller in AEW. Nobody bought a ticket to see him wrestle. Ethan Page seems like a great guy, and so does Ricky.
Yeah.
Are those guys in a main event Mania ever in their lives?
I say IC title. One of them do it.
see that, right?
I say Ethan Page will be on the main card before Ricky.
Yeah.
Even if it's one time, he'll be on there.
Bring this in closer. This is my opinion. This is what I think. I think wrestling fans don't really understand some of the key differences between promotions. AEW is not WWE. It's not the same thing. We're not comparing apples to apples here. It's very different. I think in AEW, I think it's important for talent to be able to get themselves over. They got to bring something to the table that makes them special and stands out. I don't think Ethan Page or Ricky Starks necessarily displayed that in a way that really connected in AEW. Did they both have their moments? Sure. But Ethan Page never showed any glimpse of being a superstar in AEW. Now, could that be the booking, or could it just be his execution of the booking? I don't know. I don't know. What came first, chicken or the egg? Who knows? All I know is on Raw, John Cena spoke truth. No matter what bullshit they gave him, he made it work. He didn't leave. Right? I think of Baron Corbin. No matter what bullshit Corbin was given, he got it over.
That's the only person that can ever do that.
You know, Ethan Page didn't get anything over in AEW. This isn't a knock. It may not be his forte to get, like, original shit over. And WWE, which is weird to me that, like, Bret Hart said AEW, they're all actors, and WWE, like, WWE is very much an entertainment promotion company. So they're able to take someone and give them a whole new package and say, go be this on TV, read these lines in front of the camera, and we will make it. We will pump new audio into the video. Like we will get you over. I don't think AEW is designed for them to get you over. You have to get over in AEW. So all these people who they say Tony fumbled. Miro showed up with bleach blonde hair looking like a dipshit. Like, moment one, he killed his own character. Like, there's no way someone else booked that for him. He said, I'm going to come in, I'm going to be Captain Gamer Boy, looking like a dipshit, never gonna sell a ticket.
That's right.
Yeah. Ricky, I mean, just kind of who he is, I think didn't connect until right toward the end where he was trying to be The Rock.
No, he connected in the beginning when he did before the Team Taz. He was doing good.
Yeah, the Team Taz thing was kind of the kiss of death, and I think that's Taz's fault because Taz just wasn't trying to be Taz. I think he hurt Brian Cage and he hurt Ricky Starks.
And he hurt his own child too.
Yeah. There's a lot of people think that like AEW like dropped the ball with, who I think these people were just don't know how to get themselves over, but may be able to play someone on TV for WWE. Wardlow's another guy. Great fan reaction. People liked Wardlow. Good look. Never cut a memorable promo. Not one time. Not once. Never wrestled a match where he made his opponent look good. He's looked great, but he can't sell. Not that I've ever seen, and I like the guy. But there's kind of got to be that, like, you can't be a top babyface if you never look weak.
I think he sold for MJF when he lost. Yeah. MJF.
He beat MJF in 7 seconds, or whatever the hell it was.
Oh, yeah.
He did the whole squash match with MJF.
Didn't they have another match?
I just think Andrade never got over in AEW. That wasn't bad booking. They made him look like a star, and they gave him creative control. With creative control, couldn't get himself over. It's not the place for people who want to be sports entertainers. I just don't think it's ever going to connect for those people. I think that's why Edge doesn't connect.
He connects just with what's a good word for it? He still connect with certain fans. There we go. Certain fans.
You know, man, I could be biased because he's never connected with me. So that definitely could be an issue. It could just be a Jeremy problem, for sure.
Yeah. But he connects, but I think majority of people are just ready for him to like to say, hey, peace out.
Christian should retire at Edge, right?
He should. Christian. That would be the best person to do it, Christian.
I think it should either be Christian or Kyle Fletcher.
You're still going to Legend Killer, ain't you?
I am. I really am. I would book Kyle Fletcher as a Legend Killer. I would have him start with Jeff Jarrett.
I think that's already done. I think it's in the wrap. But
yeah, we could just write Jarrett off TV. We just need one segment. Let that be the first one he takes out. I don't think Jake Roberts can take a bump. Otherwise, I would say you should take out Jake Roberts.
Jake Roberts said he can't do wrestling moves and more. That's why he's doing a manager role.
Yeah, I don't think he could take a bump, but we could probably like make it look like he took a bump.
I mean, only thing he could do
some good camera angles and make it look like Kyle took out Jake.
I think he could do. Oh, he could do a DDT on him. His own move, the DDT, take him out.
Yeah, and they just make it look like he did. Like do a backstage spot and do some good clever camera angles and some editing. Make it look like it happened. Doesn't have to really happen. Might this be Kyle's whole thing? He should just like start eliminating dudes who he says are too old to be there, and have it culminate with Jericho. If you had Kyle Fletcher take Jericho off TV, could you imagine?
Well, when he goes on his rock tour, man, that could happen. It could happen. It could happen. Give it time.
This is the go home Dynamite before Dynasty, Joe. Any crazy predictions?
I'm going to say MVP wants MJF to join, but since the Hurt Syndicate, they don't want MJF, so it's going to be like a scuffle between them two for a while.
Someone told me that the plan was MJF versus Shelton Benjamin at Dynasty. If MJF beats Shelton, he can be in the Hurt Syndicate.
That's not bad.
We'll see if that happens.
I can see that happening.
Right. With that, everyone, thank you for checking us out live on Instagram. If you're on YouTube or Spotify, it means I remember to upload it. Don't always bet on that, so you should really follow us on Instagram. You'll know when we go live. We'll be back this weekend. Further look into Dynasty, because I believe Dynasty is Sunday night?
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah,
6.
Yeah, so maybe we'll take a deep dive into Dynasty. We won't be able to do our weekend wrestling on Sunday because the weekend in wrestling won't be over Sunday afternoon. So we have to figure something else out. So stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram. That way you'll know when we go live. You'll see all the updates. Whatever kind of nonsense I put out there. Right? With that, everyone,
ain't bad nonsense.
We're out. For Mark the Monster, I'm Jeremy. He's Joe. We'll see you next time. We're out.